sir.
So you start with the thing and move to him.
Yes.
You know Shazia?
Yes, sir.
Famous lady.
We'll be looking towards the camera. We have with us the most eminent, the most conscientious, the most conscious capitalist, and also the great philanthropist, Dr. M. As always, being a pioneer, doing so many wonderful things, leading the way, whether it's futuristic technologies or also responsible entrepreneurship. Let's talk to Dr. M. Dr. M, many congratulations.
Thank you.
So you are the philanthropist of the year, of the century, I would say, of the decade. Tell us about this journey.
I think though I had a long journey in India in business, my life changed when I became a Singapore citizen in 2012. Then I realized that that was the time I start feeling like a global citizen. And I started my Global Citizen Forum. And I realized that the world is actually these artificial boundaries of nations and religions, and gender has actually no value. So if the society has to grow for the next century, for the next generation, we have to get rid of these boundaries, which have come from the past history. And Singapore is doing that. So I realized that Singapore, I can create a body in Singapore, and through that I can, do the work around the world. And Singapore is actually a country which has been built on this philosophy of global citizenship. And every people from all around the world in Singapore feel comfortable. And I also felt comfortable, and we started this whole new approach that if we are going to serve the world and we are going to serve to the next generation, we should not only look at industries from the angle of short-term making money, but to contribute for the welfare and the health of the coming generations. That's why we went into industries like electric vehicles, solar city, in healthcare, smart living. So, and also I did a lot of programs world over, going to various places to discuss about how this new world can be created, and gave an example of Singapore, which is very well accepted. So becoming a Singapore citizen, I got the base to be able to talk about these things. Because if your own country is not following it, then it's difficult to preach what you don't practice. So Singapore gave me that place to preach and practice and then preach about this and take this movement forward.
Yes, so we all know you as a huge bridge when it comes to eminent, and you're almost an institution when it comes to India-Singapore relations. Being an eminent Singapore citizen yourself, you've done a lot to bridge the ties and make them stronger and consolidate them further. Also, you've worked a lot in the area of global peace, seeing a new vision, but actually a breakdown of these artificial barriers. What is your vision where that is concerned, where global peace is concerned?
I think Singapore is predominantly Chinese, and as such, the China influence is very much here. But I see that for Singapore to remain independent and value-add in Asia, they are the bridge between China and India. And that's, I have been working with Chinese companies before also. So I see Singapore is a great, place where people from all around the world can come and think of doing things not only which is good for their countries. And India also is very much liked here. People love Indians here. This award is from Indians Association here. So I think Indians are very much in the forefront of Singapore society. And that's why it allowed me to bring, various programs. We did a program of New India here to make people aware that what is India changing. Even China is changing very fast. So I think new forces are coming in Asia. which are counterbalancing US, UK, and European countries. And I think it's important that social change in the world come from here. So I think Singapore could be the place from where a thought leadership could be provided to the world.
As always, a great pioneer, a great thought leader, as I said, leading the way ahead, leading from the front. That's Dr. M for you. We'll stay in conversation with him. Thank you, Dr. M, once again, and many, many congratulations.
Thank you, Shraddha.
You are indeed not just a philanthropist, but a great visionary.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.